wow, is that bad over there? You know, it is not, it is not a right-wing media narrative that San Francisco is bad. It is truly bad. It is mouth agape. You like the bear from the Sochi Olympics? Thank you, Russia. But it is mouth agape. Oh my God, I've never seen anything like this. Broad daylight horror. And, you know, all the stores are leaving. And so I was really impressed. We did about 2,000 tickets in a city in that condition. That's great. I think that's great. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. I think it's going to be the next American city to fall. Remember when Detroit fell? Yeah. Detroit fell. That's how you knew people had given up on the country. Detroit didn't have a police force. It was hard to get water to certain parts of the city. Like, the city fell. And we went, okay, San Fran is going to be the next city to be completely abandoned, which is sad. The food is amazing. We went to a Chinese restaurant, picked it at random, and we went right after the show. Some of the best Chinese food you'll ever have. It's an important city culturally. It's an important city in a lot of different respects, you know? Economically, it was very important to Northern California. A lot of the, you know, tech companies originated in San Francisco. But now it is as bad as it's going to get. I don't know how it gets worse. I don't know what could happen to make it worse. You know, there's nothing to do except go in and then leave immediately. But it is fun if you like a little bit of disaster tourism, which I like. I think, and you got to be sick fucks to enjoy it. But if you're watching this, you are. Part of the fun of the next 30 years in America will be kind of a disaster tourism. Going to the worst places, there will be many, where you have fentanyl addicts in the street. I saw a guy in San Fran. He was shitting and jabbing himself with a needle in his leg. And, you know, I got to be honest with you. Listen, is it sad? Yes. But you have to make the best of it. And I do believe that, like, part of the next, you know, the next phase of tourism in America will be like, it's not only going to be like, let's see the, you know, Yellowstone National Park. It's going to be like, let's see the city that everybody's fleeing. Let's go to the place that and it's kind of fun. And you get into the Chinese restaurant, you're like looking outside, you're like, what's going on? And then you see like the homeless person, and they're like, they got a thing over them, and they're draped in like a cape, but they're still on the motorized chair, and they just go by. And then you're hitting the guy next to you. You're like, look at that. We're in it. It's fun. It's a little fun. And you have to embrace it. And I think kind of that's San Francisco's next move. It's like, we're a ghoulish attraction. It's become a ghoulish attraction. And it's a little fun, you know, because the food is great and it's fun, but you're always kind of alert. I mean, why are these faggoty Americans going to escape rooms? Why are they manufacturing danger for their sad, suburban, meaningless lives? Go to the cities we've ruined. Go to the cities that we've destroyed with our politics. Go to the places where we've crushed the human spirit and enjoy them for what they are. I mean, isn't that better than doing a dumb escape room or doing something stupid? These people go to haunted houses, haunted hayride. You don't need any of that. You're an adult. Adults should go to Flint, Michigan. And here's actually why you can't get mad at me. because I know people are getting maybe like, they're like, oh, this is actually not tasteful. It is, and I'll tell you why. Gawking at the human waste, because it's just a waste of potential of life, whatever you want to say, right? I mean, I'm not into, they are human beings, and I'm not trivializing the problems. What I'm saying is gawking at them in their moment of need actually helps them, because the tourism money they need. If you go to Flint, Michigan to gawk at the hell, you're filling up the hotels, you're filling up the restaurants. It's actually good for them. It's actually not what you're thinking, it's the other way. So all these people that are like, well, this sounds actually pretty heartless. So you're telling me I should go with my suburban, comfortably middle-class group of friends, and we should go do a night or two in a disaster area like San Fran? Yes! Yes, because the tourism dollar helps them. And it is a little fun. It's fun because, this is going to sound horrible. At a certain point of drug addiction, and I've been a drug addict, you really are not a person at that point. You're not a person at that point. It's really true. No one wants to talk about this, but I'll do it because we have a beautiful set and we have the Sochi Bear provided by Russia. Now, you're not. I've been there. I have been in the depths of a drug addiction, meaning I was and I think maybe the worst of it was when I was in my early 20s. I was directionless. I was working in finance, and I was doing drugs all the time, snorting cocaine, drinking, smoking weed, taking pills. I was not a human being at that point because you become the drug. You just become this thing that wants drugs, and you want to feel better, and you exist in a binary state of being either high or anxiety-ridden trying to get drugs. Those are the only two. It's a binary existence. And those drugs pale in comparison to fentanyl or crocodile or whatever the hell's going on in San Francisco, trank dope or whatever the new things are. You can't even keep up with them. So I'm not saying that these people at one point weren't human beings, and I'm not saying there isn't a human being down deep in there. But at this point, they may as well be animatronic. It's a small world. It's a small world after all. At this point, they may as well be animatronic. It's a small world. Because they're making shapes with their own bodies that no one's ever seen before. The way they can bend and shift and the things they're doing, the way their eyes are darting around, they're wearing this, and it's really amazing, the post-apocalyptic stuff they're wearing. They're doing big hats, and it's very black and large capes, and I like it. I think it's actually good. It's they're on the motorized scooter, and I'm going to send you, and I want you to bring this up, and I want you to close up on this woman, and I don't know if it's a woman, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And again, I'm not trying, because this helps them. Do you get it? Are you with me on this? Going and gawking, going and giggling, going and going, oh my God, it helps them. I'm telling you, and I know it doesn't seem like it does. But it does. It does. It does. It does. And I don't know the problem. So here I'm sending this to the good producer, and now I want you to put this up on the screen for everyone to see, because I want you to basically and we're going to close up. We're doing close up on this person here and this woman. Now, again, people are going to get, I already see people going to get angry with me, but that doesn't, I can't not do what I do here because I'm making sense. Now, I just sent you the close-up version too. The next version is going to be close-up. Now, okay, you can do it yourself. Get in there. Get in on her tight. Get in on her tight.
Oh my God.
Okay? Listen, when I tell you, this is one of the better looking people in San Francisco right now. Now, listen, they go by and they zip by you, and it's fun because Listen to me. I know that this isn't, but it's true. Why are you mad at me? I didn't give them the fentanyl. I'm not letting them do this to themselves. I am not letting them do this to themselves. But I like that hat she has. It's sort of that hat with on the top with that. Look at the fit for a minute. Look at the fit, because the fit is actually not bad at all. By any stretch, the fit is not bad. Now, I hope this woman goes to heaven soon, because we have let her, now you could get it away now, but we have let her, here's the problem. We have let these cities descend into chaos. We have let people destroy their lives with narcotics because we feel like it is compassionate to not arrest them, force them into treatment, or put them in jail. And because we have decided that all the problems in America, and there are some of them that certainly come from inequality. We know that. We're not dumb. San Francisco is one of the highest housing, it's crashing now, but it's one of the most expensive places to live. And we know that people can get forced into homelessness because they're in a real estate market that is pricing them out. And we know that, and we're not saying, but we also have to recognize that the homeless problem in San Francisco is not just a function of the rising cost of housing. It is a function of rampant drug use that has been normalized in every part of the city, where people that are addicted to drugs can do them in the street, can buy them in the street, can turn tricks with their bodies and buy drugs immediately after. It's not simply just about wealth inequality, which is a great talking point of people. There's many other things that are going into it. It's an issue of policing. It's an issue, frankly, of what you will tolerate as a city. So I am saying at this point now, absent any other options, going to San Francisco and gawking at the people whose lives have been destroyed by the politics of that city is actually the most humane thing you can do. It is the most humane thing you can do, because otherwise you are ignoring it and you're not spending your money there. And even if you spend your money there, will it help? Not really, but it's better than not spending your money there. They need a tax base. They need something. They need to give someone a blanket. So the reality is, I know that it seems cruel and heartless to suggest my course of action, which is to make San Francisco a tourism hub for people that want to just, they're kind of bored and they want to go there and they kind of want to be like, oh my God. But I'm telling you right now, it's actually great. It's actually the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do because it infuses the city with capital. And if we're not going to solve it, if we're not going to develop better policies, the only thing left to do, truly, is to see it as a kind of a haunted house, like a scream park. To see it as a little bit of a scream park. And to go and eat the good food and the great quesadilla at El Farolito, or and then you come in, and then you're just like, whoa, look at that. Whoa, look at that one. Oh my God. And I'm telling you, it actually helps.